They get on YouTube and or even Google. If you type in Google, they tell you, oh, get a bond or start a 401k or get a government's bond or get a trust. And me and you, we're talking about building a empire. We're talking about starting from zero and becoming a millionaire. That's not gonna happen getting government's bonds. I don't care what nobody tells you. They're lying to you. Let's get straight into this video. I know you guys are excited to learn about these investments. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the Mula membership channel. My name is Mula, CEO and owner of the Mula membership, and in today's video I'm going to be teaching you exactly what are the best 3 investments that you can be making in 2023 to increase your overall income and get you started on your financial freedom journey. Okay, if you guys do not know much about me, I always introduce myself in all these videos. My name is Mula. I go by the name Mula. I'm a very popular YouTuber here on YouTube. Obviously, I have 450,000 subscribers on my main channel, about 150,000 subscribers on my second channel. I only operate about 15 different YouTube channels, lots of which don't even have my face attached to it, that I make money off of every month. And I'm also the owner, CEO, and operator of 18 companies, including real estate marketing, a real estate company in itself, right? Owning properties, consulting, graphic design, and a lot more. All right, so that's pretty much my brief entrepreneur background. Let's get straight into this video. I know you guys are excited to learn about these investments. Before we do, make sure you smash that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button down below. If you are new to the channel, we just hit 10,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for that. We're closer to 11,000 actually right now, so thank you guys so much for that. You guys are going to be getting 4 videos per week on this channel, so make sure you're going to want to make sure you hit that subscribe button and click that bell so you never miss a video. Without further ado, let's get into those investments. Now, before I list these investments, I want you to understand an investment is not something that you put money into and you just take money out whenever you so feel, right? An investment is something that you put money into, you keep money into, you allow to grow, and you benefit long term. I do not want you guys to mix the two. Investments are not gambling. It's very different, right? Yes, there is a chance that you could lose, there's a chance you can win, so some people could call that a gamble, right? But gambling is something completely different. Gambling on dice or a roulette table or blackjack is something completely different. Me gambling on a random dice roll and putting money here and winning big is not exactly the same thing as an investment. An investment is something that you put, like I said, you put money into, you allow to grow, and you benefit long term, okay? You're not gonna put $10,000 on the floor, roll some dice, and win $100,000. It just doesn't work like that. It's possible. It's very possible. And the more money you get, the easier it will be to accomplish big money flips like that. But do not go into investing thinking that you're going to put $100 into something on Friday. 6 months is going to go by and you're going to have $175,000 from that 100. It doesn't work like that. Now that all that's been said, the first investment that you should be investing to in 2023, the best one that you can get into is the stock market. And not just any old stock. I'm talking about an index fund. An index fund is pretty much taking a whole bunch of stocks, putting them all together, and letting you purchase a small percentage of all those stocks at the same time, right? This is a lot better strategy for people, especially who are beginning into the stock market. Putting all your money into one company is cool, and I do that myself. I'm not going to tell you that you can't do that. But when you start off with investing and you're looking for somewhere to put your money, you're looking for somewhere to grow your money long term, right? When you put your money into a stock like Tesla, Amazon, Microsoft, right? When you put all your money into one stock, you're depending on that one company. You're going off that one company's success or that one company's demise, right? With an index fund, you are literally taking, like I said, small percentages of a bunch of the top companies and putting them all together and allowing them you to invest into them at the same time, right? So instead of investing in Tesla, putting $100 in Tesla, you can put $100 in an index fund, and that index fund will have Tesla, Amazon, Microsoft, Sony, Apple, Walmart, Target, LG, Canon. They'll have these huge companies. They'll all have those companies attached to this one index fund, right? So let me break it down like this. If you put $1,000 into Apple and Apple loses 10% today, well, guess what? I just lost $100, right? I lost 10% of my money. 10% of 1,000 is $100, so I just lost $100, right? As an index fund, the difference is Apple can drop 5% today. Google can drop 20% today. But Amazon can go up 30%, right? Canon can go up 5%. Sony can go up 7%. And all these things are put together, and you have a very, 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 very higher chance of actually succeeding, especially long-term, with an index fund, right? Now, the best index fund that for you to get into on the stock market is SPY. So if you go to any stock market app, any stock market access that you have, Robinhood, Webull, just to name a few, you can go to these apps. You can type in the search bar SPY, right? And you will see S&P 500 ETF, something like that, right? That gives you access to all of these companies that I'm telling you. You can go to Google. A simple Google search will show you a full list of all the companies that are attached to the index fund, right? And that will allow you to invest into all those at the same time. I'm going to give you a graph right here. I'm going to put it on the screen. This is S&P 500. We're just going to call it SPY, right? That's the name of the stock. This is SPY's chart over the last year. This is the last 5 years, right? And this last graph right here is from the beginning of the year to right now. Today is August 14th. From the beginning of the year to August 14th, that's how it's been performing, right? Now, the reason I say this is the best stock for you to get into, especially long term, is because you're almost guaranteed a 10 to 15% increase across your year, right? Which is a lot better than keeping your money in the bank and it increasing at all. In fact, in the bank, it decreases, right? If you want to know more information about holding your money in the bank, all your money in the bank, I do have a video on that on my channel. You're going to want to put your money in SPY before you put money into any other stock, right? Because these are the best companies in the world. These are the biggest companies in the world. And this stock increases your chance of keeping your money, right? Yes, there are going to be up days, there are going to be down days, but overall, in the long term, over the last 5 years, as you can see, there's 50-something% increase, right? That's 10% per year. If you can get to enough money, right? If I had $1 million in SPY, I would literally make $100,000 a year just for having my money in there, right? So think about it like that. 10 to 15% is a great percentage. And like I said at the beginning, do not get into an investment thinking you're going to purchase something one time and it's just going to blow up and make you $1 billion. It doesn't really work like that, okay? So that's the very first investment that you should be getting into, S&P 500. The second best investment that you can make in 2023, it is going to take a little bit more money and it's going to take a lot more commitment, and that is real estate. Now, when I say real estate, a lot of people's mind goes straight to purchasing a home, right? Purchasing a house to live in, a house for you and your family, you and your girlfriend, you and your wife. That is not what I mean. Now, a lot of people on my vlog channel, when I do stuff like buy a new car or buy jewelry or buy clothes or stuff like that, they see that I live in an apartment. They see that I'm leasing an apartment. And the first thing they want to say, because this is a very common misconception that middle class and lower class people have, right? And that is, if I buy a house, it's an investment, it's an asset, right? Purchasing a home to live in is not an asset. You have to worry about this house every day. That's a lot. That's literally the definition of a liability. It is 100% a liability, because if the pipes, if the lights, if the plumbing, if anything is wrong, you have to pick your phone up, call the plumber, and pay for the plumber to come to your house and fix what you need fixing, right? On top of that, you have to sit in this house while the stuff doesn't work. Nobody's responsible for this but you. You own and operate this home. On top of that, you're paying interest and taxes on this house every single year. So even if you buy a house cash money right now, you're still going to have to keep your income at a certain level to pay taxes on the home. And the more the home costs, the more taxes is going to be, right? That's literally the definition of a liability. The reason, and this is, it's going to sound like it's off track, but I'm going to put it all together. Just stay with me. The reason I lease homes is because if my floor messes up, if I have a leak in the ceiling, if my refrigerator breaks, even if I break it, I can pick up the phone right now and for free, the front desk is going to send their maintenance man up here to fix theirs. I don't have to pay $1 for that. I don't have to worry about it. And if something happens detrimental to my apartment, they have to provide me with either money or another apartment to live in, right? I'm not just assed out sitting in the house with nowhere to go. On top of that, I have freedom to move. This is more of an asset than a house is, right? So when I say real estate, I don't mean purchase a home to live in. Your first real estate purchase should be an investment property, a duplex, a triplex, A property that you can actually make money off of. You can't make money off of a house that you live in because you live in a house. What are you gonna do, rent a room out? That's not really the best situation to be in, right? A triplex, a duplex, a multi-family property, I now have multiple opportunities to make profits. And even if I do not make profit, I'll save on taxes. There's a lot more benefits to having real estate that you rent out to people, right? So a duplex, a triplex, or even a small apartment complex, depending on your budget, right? Now, I know everybody can't do this. Everybody's not over 18. Everybody doesn't have the income to sustain a duplex or a triplex. But that's why you store, right? That's why you work. You increase your primary income. You store your money. You store your investment money until you get to a point. But I don't want you to think that buying a duplex or a triplex is as hard as it sounds. It's not, right? A lot of these buildings, a lot of these properties cost close to what your house would cost if you went and bought it, right? It's not too far off when it comes to pricing. On top of that, if this is really your first property, then you have so many options that I'm not even going to get into in this video. You have so many options to put 2%, 3% down in the house. So now you're talking about 3% down on a $500,000 house, a $500,000 property, I should say. A lot of people don't understand that 3% of $500,000 is $15,000. That means you only need $15,000 as a down payment to put down on a multi-family property. Some of these multi-family properties can already be occupied, guys. You can purchase you can put a $15,000 down payment on something that pays you $4,000 or $5,000. Your mortgage might be $2,000. You pocket $3,000, right? So this is going to take you 5 months to get your money back from your initial down payment, and everything after that is profit. You're making money. You're letting the tenants pay your mortgage, and you're keeping the profit on top of that, right? That's a lot better. And then you can go and use that same loan, extend on that loan, right? Get another loan for another property, and that's how you build that's the short version of how you start building a real estate portfolio. But real estate is the best place. It's the second best investment to get into today because they're making new clothes every day. They're making new TVs. They're making new candles. They're making new couches, new apartment buildings, but they're not making new land. God is not giving us new land. Sorry, God is not going to make the earth bigger tomorrow just because it's Tuesday. Sorry, it's not happening, right? So investing into a property, an ownership, somewhere where someone has to live, now you're talking about need-based businesses, and those are always good to get into. The third best investment that you can make in 2023 right now today is invest into a business. Invest into starting your own company. Right now, the question behind when I tell people start your own company, I don't know what to start. I don't know what I should do. I don't know. I just don't know, right? And I understand that it might be hard or complicated, or it might take a lot of thought for you to figure out exactly what type of company you want to start. But I can give you the easy formula to figuring that out, right? The first thing you want to do is understand and figure out what you have in your life. What resources do you have, right? What connections do you have? What money do you have? What access do you have to all the things that I talk about? Investments, everything, right? How much money, just think about your life. What do you know? What are you good at? Do you know girls? Do you know guys? Do you know college girls? Do you know people who like anime, right? Understand your life. The first thing, just do a full analyzation of your life. The second thing is figure out a way to make someone else richer, right? People, this goes over so many people's heads. If you bring a millionaire a bag, eventually you'll be a millionaire. That's just how the world works, right? Real estate marketing. How can I get a $300,000, $400,000 check right now today? How can I do that from marketing somebody's real estate? It's not because I'm marketing their real estate. It's not because I'm setting up the entire apartment building and I'm over the entire project and I'm helping you do all this so you can get tenants. And it's not because of that. It's because I'm making him rich. He can give me $300,000, $400,000, $500,000. Someone can can cut me a $500,000 check, which I've personally got before up front. $500,000 because he knows I'm going to make him $1.5 million. He knows I'm going to make him $5 million in profit just from running his marketing team, right? He knows that. If I was to hire somebody right now as a YouTuber, if you can edit my videos and my thumbnails, right? And all I have to do is record this video and send it to you. Now I have more time. Guess what you just did? You just made me some money. And now you get compensated for your compensation. Literally, right? So understand that and think about that. How can I ask yourself? Literally talk to yourself. They say crazy people talk to themselves. No, geniuses talk to themselves. Ask yourself, literally, self, how can I bring a rich person a bag? How can I make someone richer, right? And I'm not talking about going to get no dead-end job at no factory while the factory worker is just making billions of dollars. I'm not saying that. I'm talking about more direct communication, more direct interactions, more direct transactions with you and someone who has something going on, and bring them money. Literally, that is the formula. If you can figure that out, you will be successful forever, because that's all money is. Money is something that it can be transferred, but it's more of something that is created and spread out based on who helps me create it, right? So for example, this shirt is part of my clothing line. The person who, I didn't sew this shirt together. The person who sews this shirt together is getting paid because he knows he can make me rich. He knows that he can spend money, he can spend time, I can pay him to do something, he's going to give me something back. Everybody wins, right? There's not supposed to be any losers in business. You can talk about this with anything. LeBron James, right? I'm literally looking across, I live across the street from where LeBron James plays basketball every game. The Lakers play right there. The Clippers play right there. I'm looking at them literally fix something on the roof right now. LeBron James is a billionaire. He gets hundreds of millions of dollars because he's making the owner billions of dollars. If the owner was not making billions of dollars, he wouldn't be able to make $1 billion, right? So when you think about it that deep, and you think about it on that level, you will find a way. And you analyze your life, you will find a way to bring someone else some money, right? And it's just that simple. But starting a business is extremely important because you will get nowhere without ownership, right? You have to have a business. I don't care how small it is. I don't care how big it is. You have to have a business. You cannot work for somebody, punch a clock in every day, and become rich. That doesn't happen. There's a very, very, very small amount of actual jobs that people work where they become millionaires, right? And it's really not a lot. You're talking about basketball, football, sports, CEO positions, maybe vice president positions at Fortune 500 companies, right? But if you're the vice president of the local laundromat, you know what I'm saying? So it's only a very small amount of jobs that will actually make you rich. And even then, they take years to get, right? Actually building a business, starting your own LLC, your own S Corp, your own C Corp, having ownership of a business that provides a service or sells a product is the way to become financially free, right? So you want to focus on that. Figure out what you're good at, analyze your life, and figure out a way to bring someone who already has a bag a bigger bag, right? That is the overall general formula for starting a business and being successful at it, okay? So those are the top 3 investments. I know a lot of these YouTubers, a lot of these quote-unquote gurus, they get on YouTube or even Google. If you type in Google, they tell you, oh, get a bond, or start a 401k, or get a government's bond, or get a trust, and all that's cool and stuff like that. But that is for overall super deep saving when you're older and you need stuff. Like, that's not what's going on. Me and you, we're talking about building a empire. We're talking about starting from zero and becoming a millionaire, right? That's not going to happen getting government bonds. I don't care what nobody tells you. I don't care what they're talking about. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. They're lying to you. They're lying to you. Go around to the richest neighborhood in your city and ask every rich person that you see, everybody Rolls Royce, every nice car. Ask them how they got rich. None of them are going to say from a government's bond. None of them are going to say from a trust. That's not realistic. Unless they're trust fund babies, like, that's not realistic. Like 90%, 99% of people who are going to tell you I got rich from starting this company doing this, right? So you need to be a business owner. You need to invest in stocks. You need to get in real estate. If you can do those 3 things right now, today, this year, before the year is over, if you can have, by the next year and 1 year, if you can access Those 3 things: start a business, invest into index funds, and get into real estate. Even if it's just one building, you can make $2,000 to $3,000 a month off each one of those easy, and it wouldn't even take you more than what, $20,000. You can have $20,000 across all 3 of those things within a year. All you gotta do is stop going to the club, stop going out, stop spending money on girls. The same money, put it into that, and you'll be rich the next year. Maybe not rich, but you'll be financially stable at least. You'll be able to quit your job, right? You just get 2 investment properties. You get put about $10,000, $20,000 into your stock market, and you start a business that generates revenue every single month. Come on, how can you lose? It's impossible, right? Now, I know this video was more general, more broad, right? So I'm going to be getting more specific in my next videos. I just want to give you guys a rough estimate, give you guys something that you can base off of, give you guys a direction, because I know a lot of guys, a lot of people, girls and guys, they know about investments, they know what they should be doing, but they don't know how to do it, right? And they don't know exactly what they should be doing. Okay, yeah, I know I'm supposed to put my money into something and let it grow and save, but what am I supposed to, right? That's what this video was more for. It wasn't for the people who, it wasn't for someone who thinks that they're just gonna put money into it, like I said, and just like a slot machine, you're gonna put $1 in and get 100,000. It wasn't for somebody who's looking for a get-rich-quick scheme at all. It's for somebody who's looking to stay focused, stay down, and build real wealth over time. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button if you are new to the channel. I will see you guys in my next video. The next video should be episode 2 of how to become a millionaire from YouTube. So guys, make sure you guys stay tuned for that. I'm out. Peace.